Hold on to your hats, hold on to your underwears. The moon just slid into Aquarius. This moon in Aquarius is significant because it is the last moon in Aquarius that we are going to experience for 2024. Moon in Aquarius makes us react and respond to our affiliations, our associations, and our acquaintances. It speaks towards our networks, our social circles, our groups, any teams that we may be involved in, humanitarian efforts, philanthropy. Aquariuses are known to be unique due to their rebellious nature. Yeah, they go against or they oppose what is trendy, what is the status quo, and this makes them stand out. They're seen as innovators. They think about the collective consciousness or just the group. Teamwork makes the dream work in the Aquarius's mind, and they're just futuristic or forward thinking. And this really ties into the Sagittarius theme because it's a sextile, so the energies flow harmoniously between the Aquarius and the Sagittarius, because Sagittarius again is about the broader picture, expansion, broadening of the horizons, exploration, adventure, curiosity. And so, there's a good symmetry between the Aquarius and the Sagittarius season that we're experiencing. However, Moon is going to be conjuncting Pluto here. And we know Pluto is the planet of doom and gloom, destruction that tears down and breaks down in order to make room for new growth and for rebirth and for rebuilding and restructuring. And so Pluto is bringing a lot of the Capricorn energy. It's still 0 degrees in Aquarius. It's cusping. So the doom and the gloom, the destruction, the transformation is surrounding our stability, surrounding our structure, surrounding our security, and how we govern our mentalities, how we take power and control over people, places, things, circumstances, and situations in some way, shape, or form. And so, with this Pluto in Aquarius conjuncting the moon, it's going to be bringing subtle changes or transformative qualities when it comes to our associations, our affiliations, our friends, teams, social circles, and just that Aquarian energy. And so it's going to have a few challenges and a few opportunities for us to really grow and expand because we're still experiencing the Sagittarius theme. Tomorrow the moon is going to be trining with Jupiter in Gemini retrograde. And this retrograde is very profound because it asks us to shift our attention inward to re-examine our belief, re-examine our communication methods, re-examine our learning process and a lot of the things that we have learned. It even asks us to re-examine certain places that we go in terms of local short distance travel. And there's a certain emphasis on words and conversations and curiosity. And the retrograde is asking us to rethink and redefine our intellectual path. And, we are going to have, this trine or this gift per se, because Moon is in Aquarius, Jupiter's are in Gemini. We have two planets in air signs, and so there's a harmonious flow between the energies. So we are going to be reassessing and redefining our affiliations and our associations in some way, shape, or form, just because of the gift that we have to just reassess our groupings. And Pluto is there as well, breaking down, tearing down, destroying anything that is not authentic, not genuine, not working towards our ultimate good, because that's what Pluto does, you know. So Pluto is asking us to shed any outdated emotional patterns or any affiliations or associations that again are outdated, no longer useful, helpful, no longer serve us. There is going to be some sort of a clash though, again with Gemini, Jupiter retrograde opposing Sagittarius Sun. And so the Sun, Sagittarius, all about the bigger picture, all about expansion, all about just broadening your horizons with curiosity, with adventure, having fun, having those experiences that build up your knowledge and your experience. However, Jupiter, which represents our knowledge and wisdom or the accumulation thereof, is in Gemini retrograde, which is, rethinking and going internal. So while Sagittarius wants to expand externally, Gemini, I mean, Jupiter in Gemini is asking us to kind of retreat and go inward and revisit a lot of things. So we could see a lot of maybe past people, places, things, circumstances, situations popping up again. And, we having to reassess them at this time. So the key themes, I guess, for, the next 2 days would be, innovation, visionary thinking. We need to have a lot of emotional and intellectual intelligence and a bit of transformation because Pluto is here, asking us to just transform slightly, our mood or feelings towards our groupings, any social circles that we are a part of. We're going to be quite reflective and communicative with Jupiter being in Gemini, rethinking a lot of different things, even down to beliefs, and just our intellectual approach to solving problems and navigating social networks and all of this type of stuff. So, probably having conversations, even debates, trying to avoid arguments, especially if you had the arguments already. And, it's just asking us to balance our emotions and logic because Sun, again, is in Sagittarius that deals with wisdom and experience. And Moon being, in Aquarius that deals with our affiliations and associations and the feelings that we have, the mood that we have that is attached, the comfortability that we have with them. It's just balancing and seeing what is useful, what is not useful, what is good, what is not good. So the opportunities that we have is to engage into some meaningful conversations, to inspire new perspectives, to create new social circles, or to redefine or reshape, remold, refurbish our social circles. It's a time for us to again reflect and release any outdated ideas, people, places, things, circumstances, situations, beliefs, ideologies, emotional patterns that no longer serve your growth. We have certain challenges. Again, there's an opposition. We have the sun in Sagittarius that makes us restless, and Jupiter is asking us to slow down and be more introspective. And so a bit of restlessness or impatience as Sagittarius just wants us to push towards action and push towards expansion. And so again, we need to be quite balanced with our intellectual detachments because Pluto is kind of asking us to detach or is going to be breaking down, you know, certain aspects of our stability, of our security, most likely surrounding our affiliations, associations, and friends and stuff like this. And so, how secure do you feel around this group? How stable is your life rolling with this group of people or this association or whatever? You understand me? So, those are some of the major influences of today. Okay, so today, tomorrow, it starts the sticky period of December. So we need to make sure that we're doing a lot of introspection, we're doing our reflecting, especially before acting today, tomorrow. It opens up room or the opportunities for us to have progressive conversation about innovative ideas that could enhance our life, our group, our community, our family. And it's also a time for us to balance out our energies. We have fire, we have air energies that encourage dialogue and communication. The fire again is pushing us towards growth and expansion. And so there's a bit of balance that we need to have between, just talking and intellectualizing and actually taking action. All right, major farewell until we meet or greet again. Just a little insight as to what's happening today, tomorrow, and on the 7th. the beginning of the little sticky period. We're gonna have Mars going into retrograde on the 7th as well. Probably gonna be here for it. Reacting and responding live and lively. I think the moon is going to just be sliding out of Aquarius into Pisces as well. So the next few days are going to be exciting to experience and observe. Major farewell until we meet or greet again. I'm astrologer Kebis Major, doing it major.